We are glad to have you on Soul Television News tonight. In the headlines, the Commissioner for Capital City Development inspects selling of building collapsed premises. Federal government to unveil students' venture capital grant. And 3 trapped miners in Canada rescued after 2 days. Good evening. My name is Chukwudi Mweke. Now the news in detail. The State Governor Chief Francis Nwifuru has reaffirmed his administration's commitment to harnessing hidden talents in various institutions of learning through sports development. Governor Nwifuru, represented by his Deputy Princess Patricia Obila, gave the reaffirmation at the grand finale of Basic School Sports Competition organized by Ebonyi State Universal Basic Education Board at the Pangler Tatinship Stadium in Abakaliki. The report.
The State Governor, Chief Francis Nwifuru, appreciated the Executive Chairman and board members, especially the Directorate of Sports, for organizing the sports competition, which he said would sharpen children's brains and enhance their simulation process. The Governor assured to continually provide enabling environment for sustainable sports development initiatives in the state and commended the Commissioner for Education, Primary and Secondary, and that of Youth and Sports Development for their commitment towards promoting sports development in the state.
We all know that sports brings about peace. We all know as well that sports brings about unity. If you look at these 3 things, they are all encompassed in our People's Charter of Needs. And that is why when you come to Ebonyi State, we are like one family. Every time we celebrate, look at today again. We are all together as one family to witness our children, and I say congratulations to them.
The grand final football competition, kicked off by the governor's representative, featured a thrilling match between Ebonyi North and Ebonyi Central Zones teams, during which Ebonyi North team emerged the overall winner after a penalty shootout. The executive chairman of the State Universal Basic Education Board, Mrs. Patience Ogodo, and the permanent secretary of the board, Dr. Ngozi Nwode, thanked the state governor, Chief Francis Nwifuru, and his wife, Mrs. Uzomaka Nwifuru, for their unconditional love for youth and sports development, and expressed their commitment to always implement their lofty programs and policies towards full actualization of the youth and sports components of the People's Charter of Needs policy in the state.
It is a period of excitement and positive interaction. It is a time for competitors from parts of the state to interact with their fellow students, pupils, and teachers other than those from their own locality.
We really appreciate your government to ensure the success of this program. We cannot thank you deeply enough. Our prayer is that the good Lord, who desires good things, will continue to keep you, continue to protect you, continue to lift you high.
In their goodwill messages, the Commissioner for Education, Primary and Secondary, Dr. Donatus Elang, and his youth and sports development counterpart, Prince Richard Idike, among others, scored high the sterling leadership qualities of the state governor, Chief Francis Nwifuru, and expressed optimism that the sports program would go a long way in harnessing the hidden talents of the children.
Excellency, a sports competition of this kind, organized by Ebonyi State's Universal Basic Education Board.
My work as a goodwill message is to encourage the organizers of this competition. It hasn't been like this for a long time in the State. And under the leadership of Ebonyi, the Right Honorable Builder Francis Ogunlade, we are, returning back sports what it used to be before now.
The event was attended by prominent government officials, including the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Chief Moses Odonwa, among others. I am Douglas Wankwo.
Welcome back. In the aftermath of the building failure incident at Pentagon Lodge in Ikwo, the Ebonyi State Commissioner for Capital City Development, Chief Sunday Inyema, visited the site to ensure strict compliance with the state government's directive on evacuation and sealing of the premises. The commissioner, who was accompanied by the Commissioner for Housing and Internal Security, representatives from Koren, Corbon, and Toprek, said the visit was aimed at assessing the situation on ground and investigating the root cause of the structural failure. The report.
Chief Inyema directed the Commissioner for Internal Security to deploy all necessary mechanisms to guarantee that no student remains in the affected building. He emphasized that the safety and welfare of the students remain a priority for the state government.
As you can see, the ground floor of this particular building caved in completely. You can see that student has to come out through tunnels and holes from that building yesterday. It was just God that saved the state and saved the country and saved us here, that we didn't lose anybody. So we are grateful to God.
Chief Inyema reaffirmed the commitment of Ebonyi State Government, led by Chief Francis Nwifuru, to ensure protection of lives and property of citizens across the state. He further assured the public that all individuals or entities found culpable in construction of the defective building will be held accountable.
We have taken all necessary measures we are supposed to take. The place has been completely sealed. All the students have been directed to evacuate. Grateful to the school authorities because we met with them yesterday and they provided an interim or temporal accommodation.
As part of the visit, the delegation also inspected temporary accommodations arranged by the Alex Ekweme Federal University, Nduva Likiko, for the displaced students, pending the outcome of the investigations and safety assessments.
The Commissioner for Information, Chief Ikuwa Omebe, has reiterated his renewed commitment to bolstering the image and mission of the ministry. Chief Omebe, who stated this during the maiden edition of the management meeting with staff, emphasized the importance of projecting the position of the government and the policies of Governor Francis Nwifuru's administration to a global audience. Osandu Nguta completes their story.
Chief Ikowa Omebe emphasized that the vision of the state is clear and its mission critical, noted that it is not just for the ministry, but for the future of the state, and called on the management and staff to join hands with him to achieve the core mandate. The commissioner also spoke on the need for collaboration within the ministry, assuring of his commitment to an open-door policy, promoting inclusive governance to enhance transparency and engagement, noting that by fostering teamwork and support, the ministry could effectively communicate policies and achievements of the government to the entire globe.
Their cooperation is very important. Information is power, and accessibility is like a grease or ultimate you add to the wheels of progress in terms of governance. And I enjoin all of us to make yourself available as much as possible. I'm impressed with the caliber of principal officers I'm meeting in the ministry. For you also to have been promoted to this level to occupy these sensitive positions that makes you a principal officer of the ministry of a very sensitive ministry as that of information. It is not a joke. That shows also that you've been able to keep a very wonderful record that earned you these positions. So it is a call for us to discuss a way forward because I believe in teamwork.
The permanent secretary of the ministry, Mrs. Patricia Nwabashi, who spoke on behalf of other management staff, expressed eagerness to contribute to the ministry's goals.
We are assuring you of our commitment and cooperation. We will not disappoint you. Anytime you call on us, we will respond. Our goal is to move the ministry to a greater height. And so we are here for you. We are at your service.
She emphasized that the renewed commitment of the commissioner would impact the dissemination of information and the public's perception of the state's progress. Osondo Nguta, Salt TV News.
And now we go to education, where the founder of Chinyere Nursery and Primary School, Ugwachi Owute, the local government area, Dr. Chinyere Agbai, has appealed to good-spirited individuals, local and state governments to assist the institution financially, materially, and otherwise to thrive. Dr. Abai made the appeal during the school's maiden graduation at Ugwachi in Eda local government area. Salt TV reporter Chas Agada completes the story.
Dr. Chinyere Abai, who expressed that her intention of establishing the school is to bring home what is obtained overseas academically and morally, says she was impressed so far with the performances of the pupils, even though the school has not lasted for up to 2 years. The founder narrated how she resisted early marriage and decided to go to school, which made her to have passion to help her people. Emphasized that she had written books titled STEM, which means science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, to groom students to be agents of societal change, and suggested to be recommended for use in schools by State Ministry of Education.
It is our responsibility to raise these kids from start, so that we teach them morals, we teach them ethics, we teach them what they need to be doing to help the society, so we will be at peace. So this is why I wanted. And
the manager of the school, Mr. Kalu Urum, the chairman of education, Mr. Mweze Imo, and the Parent-Teacher Association chairman, Mr. Eseni Egu, said the founder of Chinyere Nursery and Primary Schools was poised to grooming pupils to compete favorably with their counterparts globally and encourage parents to train their children as the gain outweighs the pains.
They are taught or modeled into what they will be. Therefore, handling them calls for teachers who are completely fit for the job, mentally, spiritually, physically, and also economically.
From what we see, this school is a very standard school, not minding when they started. Just 2 years.
Some of the parents, Chief Chikangu Okoro, Mrs. Augustina Elekwa, and the pupils, Master Michael Imo and Miss Deborah Ikechukwu, described the school as a standard institution managed by competent hands, saying that the school fees is relatively cheap, and thanked the founder for rendering such an invaluable help to the people.
I'm proud of the school.
Because the school is good. It has many things. The thing is very good. The teachers teach very well.
The school, which started with about 100 pupils, last year graduated 8 pupils from nursery 3 to primary 1, and the ceremony featured songs, drama, debate, and cultural dance, among other side attractions. Charles Agada, Salt TV News.
You are still watching Soul Television News. More of the stories when we return from this short break. Do stay tuned. Welcome back. Now the rest of the items in the bulletin. A financial technology company, OPay Digital Services, is called on corporate organizations, public institutions, and well-meaning individuals to increase the investment in the educational needs of school children across Nigeria. The appeal was made during the recent unveiling of the back-to-school outreach held at Government College, Ibadan, Oyo State. The details.
A statement in the firm said that the initiative, organized in partnership with Breast Up the Young Foundation, provided school supplies to over 650 students from various secondary schools across Ibadan. OPay's Corporate Social Responsibility Manager, Itoro Udo, stressed that meaningful societal progress depends on how well a nation invests in youths.
And still on education, the federal government said it is set to unveil the sciences, technology, engineering, mathematics, and medical sciences students venture capital grant, SVCG. It said the program was a pioneering initiative designed to empower students in Nigerian tertiary institutions to build the next generation of scalable job-creating ventures. The details.
He said it was part of the current administration's effort to stimulate innovation, entrepreneurship, and economic transformation, also referred to as the STEM Up Grant. The initiative will be formally unveiled in August by the Minister of Education, Tunje Alausa. Spokesperson of the Ministry of Education, Folashade Boraiwo, disclosed this in a statement on Friday. She said the initiative was disclosed during a stakeholder engagement session held in Abuja that had in attendance vice chancellors, provosts, rectors, student leaders, academic staff, and development partners to chart a collective course for nurturing student-led innovation.
And now from the foreign scene, 3 miners in Canada have been rescued after spending 2 days trapped underground in northern British Columbia, BC, when a mine collapsed. In a statement to local media, mine operator Newmont said the trio were safe and in good health and spirit, having been rescued on Thursday night. Details with our reporter.
The trio were trapped for 2 days by a pile of debris 20 to 30 meters long and 7 to 8 meters high after part of the Red Chris mine on Tahltan Nation territory collapsed. The men, named by their company as Kevin Combs, Darren Maduk, and Jesse Shubati, had access to food, water, ventilation while stuck in an underground refuge chamber. The firm in question, Newmont, said that the men were being supported by medical teams.
And still on the foreign scene, the United Kingdom has condemned the latest cash offer from Hong Kong authorities for people who helped in the arrest of pro-democracy activists living in Britain. In a joint statement, Foreign Secretary David Lammy and Home Secretary Yao T. Cooper described the move as another example of transnational repression. The details.
People are being offered between $25,000 and $125,000 for information leading to the arrest of 19 individuals, all of whom are pro-democracy activists living abroad. China has denounced as interference criticism over this type of appeal, which it has made 3 times previously. The 19 people are accused of violating Beijing's national security law imposed in 2020 in response to the 2019 anti-government protests that rocked the city for months.
And to wrap it up on Soul TV News tonight, let's bring you the recap of the major stories that made the bulletin. We informed you that in the aftermath of the building failure incident at Pentagon Lodge in Ikwo, the Ebonyi State Commissioner for Capital City Development, Chief Sunday Inyima, visited the site to ensure strict compliance with the state government's directive on evacuation and selling of the premises. We also informed you that the federal government said it is set to unveil the sciences, technology, engineering, mathematics, and medical sciences students' venture capital grant, SVCG. And from the foreign scene, we brought you a report that 3 miners in Canada have been rescued after spending 2 days trapped underground in northern British Columbia, BC, when a mine collapsed. And that's the size of our package on Soul TV News tonight. Thanks for watching. My name is Chukwudi Nweke. Keep watching TV programs.